Welcome to the episode 10 of the season 1 of Beav Art Talks. This is the last in the series, and I am joined by Sarah's Doll Parts. And I met Sarah. She's amazing. She's a good friend of mine. We've had exhibitions together where we've been in different shows together, recently, since I think last year was it, we've become good friends now.
We ended up at privately just chatting all night.
Yeah,
I can't remember which one
and
it
we
was.
thought, brilliant, we've got to hang out more, so absolutely amazing. But I would like to start the podcast with just asking you if you could kind of give a background a bit on your artwork, what you create and how you are, like where you've got to today, basically.
My natural reaction is to say chop up dolls, which I know is not, but my current art is I take like old porcelain dolls and I really kind of upcycle them into kind of new ornaments. So they used to look like these. So many years ago I used to work down recycling centres where you'd get, I was a kid and my aunt used to give them to me kind of every birthday and Christmas, and I'd find them terrifying and disturbing because
there is something weird about it.
they're not very child friendly.
No, like they're a bit creepy, aren't they?
They are a bit, and they're not very cuddly. So I many years ago, I think, because I started in photography was what I kind of.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think that was what my first love was.
Yeah.
Because I guess I never thought of myself as arty or and I went to one of those schools where if you couldn't kind of draw and you weren't amazing at doing what they considered art, then you didn't really think you were kind of arty. So I just kind of was really into music and books and stuff like that. But there was kind of an old IT teacher that would offer to do a photography club, and no one wanted to do it apart from me and my best friend. So we used to go at lunchtimes and after school and learn how to process and
such a good trade, wasn't it?
Oh, and I loved it. So I left at 16 because obviously I went to a school where it's if you didn't want to do English, maths or science, there was no hope. So then I went to, you were saying earlier about that feeling of when you go to college and
like-minded people and you feel oh, this is what education's going to be like. That totally. Everybody's just vibing off each other and the creative atmosphere is amazing. You can't help but get engrossed into that.
Yeah, and you're so excited by everything and kind of inspired by everything. And so then I studied photography and kind of just loved it and kind of, but was really into kind of it was that kind of funny period of time when it was a bit kind of like street photography and kind of
cool.
Lots of, because I really loved music and music videos was kind of my entrance where I guess it all kind of blurred. It was that funny kind of period of time when you had artists that were skateboarders that were kind of creating music videos that ended up doing films and
media studies and
and it was very, for someone that didn't feel like art was kind of something they could do, it kind of felt like a really exciting kind of area to kind of venture into. And so I did a lot of kind of just for photography, but I loved, but everyone kind of kept saying that you had to do weddings or babies to earn money, and
fuck that.
So I kind of just
it's good for you for the ongoing income. But if you want to be creative, you're gonna want to do something that you're passionate about.
Totally.
Especially if you're into your music and your photography and your art. They go hand in hand. If you're vibing off that music, how is that music going to work with a wedding? If it's, I don't know.
It's just,
it may do if you've got some rockers or people who like that sort of music with the wedding.
So it always just I kind of didn't end up kind of work. It was never something I kind of made money from. It was always just something I did a lot of I did fashion photography and styling and it was great and I loved it. But fashion was quite you have to be quite a certain type of character, I guess.
Yeah, but you work, in fact, you create your own clothing as well, don't you?
Well, I'm learning. I'm trying to learn to sew at the minute. I'm hoping to. I do a lot of like vintage. Yeah,
You sell a lot of
collecting
vintage
and sell
clothing, don't
vintage
you?
clothing. Yeah,
It's
totally.
amazing, some of the stuff. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, so I think I'm sorry, I'm really jumping about.
No, that's good. That's good. Because you're kind of just like you're explaining your
How I
Yeah.
guess the dolls kind of came about because like photography was my kind of release and what I loved doing, but it was one of those things that I wanted to just be out on the street taking photos. I wasn't kind of going to be doing it in the studio or kind of earning money from it. And it was winter and I don't think I just needed my mental health wasn't in a great place. I needed some kind of release, and at the time there was a lot of dolls coming into a recycling centre that I worked at. They're not the most popular.
Time. Random, huh?
You get a lot
but
of
it's
like,
a sign as well.
yeah, totally. Something
that's
needs
cool.
to happen. So then I took one home, I put some flowers in its head, and then slowly it kind of progressed from there. And yeah, I've been kind of making creations from them ever since.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Do you still do much photography at all, or is that kind of backburned now for a while?
It kind of really backburned, because me and my friend had a little stall up in the Truman Brew for a little while. Like Ben helped for,
Okay.
like we loved it. I loved it, but I think the problem was I was really young, and I was almost like if someone like bought one of my photos, I'd almost be like, "Thank you."
Yeah, but it is nice. Like even today, like to this day, like however much you've sold loads and you've been doing this for a long time now, and even still to this day, when someone buys, even if it's a key ring or something, it's like it means so much.
But someone gets it. I think I just kind of I kind of didn't like it was all like the problem was I think it was medium format, like it was all kind of it was kind of like, I mean they're all very kind of, the problem was it was during a time when you got
the exposure
like
on that. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I loved kind of medium format and kind of big film, and like the mistakes you got from photography, like light leaks and the accidents, and you didn't get that with digital, and it was just at a time when digital was getting really. This is one issue I did in an old abandoned house with Ben, and he's got,
oh my god, that's scary.
It's an old like skeleton mask. So there's like, but it was stuff that I liked, and it was stuff that I wanted to take pictures of. It wasn't.
But I can see why the music matters to you as well, because the happy accidents in music is the things that stand out as well. When you're creating something, the accidents are what spur you on to a different direction than what you can create. So I love the fact that it's the happy accidents is what makes things move forward sometimes.
And I've always really liked kind of dark and light stuff, like my whole, like whether it's film or music or photography, like it's stuff that's a little bit dark but kind of is beautiful, I like
tragic beauty.
Yeah, totally. And I got into like the music, like it was when, I don't know if you remember like the old Marilyn Manson videos, Beautiful People.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Floral Sigismondi, like the director, like she did some, like, and her early work was beautiful. Like this is her book, so she's amazing.
I didn't know she had a book.
Oh, her photography is just, I mean, she did like the white, so it's all seasoned dolls. It's quite dark, like really beautiful. But she did like, and that was kind of, like the music videos that she did, and kind of realizing the crossover between like, it's like
crazy cool.
Yeah, so the White Stripes video she did was beautiful. I think Icky
Fun? Oh yeah.
That was a really bad. But and like I liked stuff that like David Lynch was a huge, because that Eraserhead is so dark but so beautiful at the same time, and so I've always kind of liked that kind of blurring of the two.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Point. Where was I rambling?
No, you were saying about like Marilyn Manson video, and then how this artist did
and it's for my photography, and what I was.
You were saying about it was like the tragic beauty behind it.
Yeah, that's always
the compromise between the both.
And I think that's kind of why I like the dolls as well. Like it's all a bit dark, but.
Do you like Courtney Love as well then?
Oh my god,
doll parts.
That's how, okay. And it's funny because it all kind of, I got into kind of a lot of kind of art from music, because it was my love of Courtney, where she was in like Basquiat, the movie.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
you remember?
I've
She's
heard of it,
like
yeah.
really cool.
I haven't seen it, but I have heard. Yeah.
Oh, you need to watch it, man.
Okay.
Like David Bowie as
But-
Andy Warhol is just
Really?
Oh, he
my
plays
gosh, I need to see this.
the best.
Also, because I saw that film, it was was it something Everyone Against?
People versus Larry Flint.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and that's got Woody Harrelson in it.
Yeah.
And she was
So-
in that. Yeah,
She's amazing in that.
yeah, she's really good in that.
And
That was
then
really
that
good
kind of
film.
got me into like Basquiat and Andy Warhol, like because at school I hadn't learned about like any of these artists. Like I didn't like I was so kind of so it was through kind of music that then led me to feel like
That's it.
and
But it opens doors, doesn't it, to new ventures in your mind?
yeah, and like I used to obsessively read, and so I kind of loved William Burroughs, which then led to like Drugstore Cowboy because he was in that, and
Right.
Gus Van Sant and all his movies, which are just mind-blowingly beautiful. And so yeah, it's that kind of I like the kind of merging of it all.
Amazing. So
But
What
you were
part-
talking about photography, weren't you?
yeah,
Whether I still do it.
no, that's fine. No, I think we
Sorry.
covered that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, no, that's good. But so what part of the process do you enjoy the most in when you're creating then?
I think whatever it is, it's I guess with photography it's the capturing something beautiful, like that little moment,
Yeah.
even if it's dark. The dolls, I think it is, I like the whole process of the creating and the coming out of an idea and the kind of putting it into plan.
Right.
But then I get bored, like once I've done it, I want to move on very quickly.
Do you know I find that's a common thread for a lot of artists.
Yeah.
A common thread, yeah, sorry, not thread.
Yeah.
A common thread for a lot of artists where once the process is done, where they just want it.
Yeah.
Get rid of it, get it done.
That's why I
sell it
struggle with
on.
the markets a little bit. The
Yeah.
idea of showing the same stuff over and over.
Same. I'm in that category too, where I just want to. Once I'm in the painting process, I'm like, this is my favourite thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And then when I've finished it, I'm like, okay, no, next one. I need to get on to the next.
Yeah,
one. 'Cause I'm like, I
yeah.
don't want to see that anymore.
Totally.
But in that process, you're like, I can't wait to finish it.
Yeah,
And then you look at it,
yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah.
Obsessed.
So how do you know when you've finished a doll or?
Usually it's because I've left it to the very last minute if it's a deadline. So I'm like I'm usually to the wire.
That's good though, because then you force yourself to have to do it.
Yeah. Actually, because also I can like constantly want to add things or change things or like even like what like things I've showed like but we like at Flying Circus I'm like I
Yeah.
could have changed that and should have done that and if there'd been more time I'd have probably just kept doing stuff. So actually sometimes it's
because you don't want to overwork it and you think, oh no, it's so good at that stage. Now I've overworked it.
and I've destroyed it.
But I did like the doll's heads in those box cases that you had for Flying Circus. You had 3 pieces in there, didn't you?
Yeah, it was the
They were
first
lovely, yeah.
kind of because Jess had challenged me to make pieces that were kind of wall mountable.
Okay.
So because there was no kind of like freestanding, but it was really because it's got me
So
really
you're out of
excited.
your comfort zone.
Yeah, this
That's
year's been
good.
amazing for like really kind of like I made these kind of mermaids for the Artist Open House, which I've never
Amazing.
like. I think it's really felt exciting just to try like. There was a time I think when I looked at what I was doing and I kind of just went. People would ask me what I do and I just went, oh, I just chop up dolls and I'd almost be a bit dismissive of my own work. Yeah, like I'm not very good at kind of saying that I think it's. I don't know, like even just saying I'm an artist feels weird.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But seriously, you shouldn't have to worry
bless
about
you,
it.
thank you. But it's been really nice to kind of challenge myself and like it's got me really excited because now I'm for next year's show. My next thing is to make.
Oh yeah, because you're curating a big show next year. Is it February or was it
April next
April,
year?
sorry.
Yeah, no, regard.
2027.
I like very early.
It's too far ahead.
very
I can barely remember last month.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
And
so
to be
next year.
fair, I don't usually plan that far ahead. So I know I'm really like everyone's like, what the hell, Sarah? Like this is very early.
But I love the theme behind it. Would you like to kind of explain a little bit behind it?
Yeah, of course. So it's around kind of women's mental health. So kind of my mum at the beginning of the year, I have ADHD and kind of got quite a late diagnosis, and very proud of it, and always knew you could see it kind of ran in the family. And my mum had struggled with her mental health for a long time.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, I think everyone has in some degree. Like I've been reading so much and kind of realizing like men, women, whoever, everyone has everyone's historically, you know, not had a great time of it with kind of how society's understood mental health and how it's been treated. But I think for the older generation, it's kind of, it's hard to kind of imagine kind of what they probably kind of went through stigma-wise with it. And so for my mum, like she never got it. And I think when I got my diagnosis, she didn't really get it. And then in January, I was like playing her some she started asking about it and playing her videos, and her little face was like, sounds like me. And she was like, whoa. And she'd always struggled because like got quite dark. It's like her mum, she was adopted. Her mum was kind of institutionalized, given a lobotomy.
Oh, crikey.
Like had to give up my mum because of it. Like a lot of like, and I'm still learning.
Hard life.
Yeah, and I think carried a lot of, like I have functional neurological disorders, so there's lots of links with ADHD. And my mum was like at one point kind of like, oh, it's because of my crazy family that you've got this illness. And I'm like, this, like it broke my heart, but she carried that kind of guilt and that kind of shame. And then you kind of go, oh man, like you think you kind of go, oh, it makes you kind of realize what they've gone through and the stories that we kind of don't really hear about. And so I'm really rambling, but basically she sadly had a brain hemorrhage and can no longer talk and has severe brain damage. And just before the accident, I'd taken her to the fishing quarter gallery. We'd gone to see, I was part of the, there's an amazing ceramicist called Nova Ceramics who makes, beautiful ceramics. And she put on a beautiful exhibition, saying beautiful a lot, aren't I? In January. So I took my mum, and I remember like her looking around and being like, and she's always been quite a quirky, like hippie at heart and a bit of a like free spirit. And she loves Brighton, like absolutely loves it. And she was just like, this is amazing. So like she loved one of my dolls and wanted to buy one of my dolls. But obviously it was like the last couple of days of the show, and I was like, you can have it like for your birthday in a couple of weeks. And you know, things don't turn out that way. So sadly the last day was when she had her hemorrhage.
Oh shit.
So I knew like in the weeks after I needed a channel and I needed something to kind of process. Try math. And so I booked the fishing quarter gallery, not really knowing what I was going to do.
Okay.
And then just was like, what that like, I got all the like, it has to, like, I think I was so fueled by anger of what kind of my grandmother had gone through, what my mum had probably gone through, and also kind of what like functional neurological disorder is like the second most common kind of condition. No one's ever heard of it, and like I'd never heard of it. And it's because it used to be called hysteria.
Oh, okay.
It's really bad, man. Like, I never knew that. And then that kind of got me angry because you're like, everyone thinks, oh, she's got this new made-up condition. And you're like, no. So it just made me think, and so, I'm putting on an exhibition next year over my mum's birthday in April around women's mental health and kind of the treatment of it. And I'm going to be making, I'm going to be doing some photography for it, which is really exciting.
What an amazing idea for a great cause to educate people on the subject of mental health. That's amazing.
I hope it. I've got people like yourself, like so many amazing people have been so supportive and so kind of enthusiastic, and so many cool people wanting to take part. I generally feel like it could be really important and a really good thing.
It'll be a big event, I know it.
Thank you.
And it's a lovely venue as well. So I knew the rustic look and the old exposed brickwork in that venue would be perfect for the exhibition as well.
I can't wait. So I'm making some the dolls. I'm going to be making some kind of what are the old rooms called they used to be in? Padded cells.
Oh yeah.
So
Really?
I'm going to make them with like the little windows, and then one's going to be having like a lobotomy, and then one's going to have like, because the shoot I'm going to do is going to be based on the old. They used to do, so hysteria patients would be like in Victorian times, you'd have them photographed, they'd be doing kind of different weird poses, and you know, while they were ticking, and kind of, because when I don't know if you've seen me when I've properly been on one, but I can be like, woo, or my legs kicking, or I'm like this, and
I just think you're having a good time.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
that's it.
She's all right.
Often people are like, are you dancing? And I'm like, yeah, baby. So I just thought, right, like I'd make kind of, I'm going to do a photo shoot kind of around, like a self-portrait shoot around these kind of old, so me basically while I'm kind of in these kind of FND states.
You know, so there's the main hall in there.
Yeah.
But then there's the little section,
the back room.
And there's a back room. I wonder if you could make that whole back room a padded cell.
I did think.
Because you've got the glass windows and the doors, you could look in, and that could be that bit itself could be the padded cell. And you can have dolls in there.
Oh my god, I love that idea. This is amazing.
But I mean that could be quite a lot of effort as well.
Oh, I don't care. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, and then the dolls, like it'll be really exciting to do something. I think I've always kept the doll stuff quite light and breezy.
Okay.
I know some people find it dark and disturbing, but to me it's really light and breezy and not at all.
Well, some people find the doll's head in Toy Story with the spider legs a bit disturbing, but it's like actually a nice little little thing, isn't it?
And I find them creepy as they used to be. So to me, like they disturb me like that. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of do something that, not that I think everything needs to have a big dark heavy thing behind it, but just to have something that feels like it's important. Okay. It's going to be good.
No, I know it's going to be good because you won't do anything half par, you know. I know it'll be good. But one thing, so do you follow like a routine when you're creating, or is it just spontaneous, or do you kind of like, depends on what the doll is like, and then you think, oh yeah, I've got this idea for this doll, and then I'm going to go in this direction, or is it just like, I don't know, let's just see what happens?
It's a bit kind of, I'm very much like, I love creating kind of like a Pinterest, but I'm very much like, I love, like, because I love imagery and like photography, like I'll always get like a loads of kind of inspiration imagery. And then it'll just naturally kind of, I'm kind of a bit chaotic probably with once I get an idea, I'm very tunnel vision, and I can't, like, the house will become chaotic around me because I'm just in that zone of what I need to do with that doll at that time.
But that's it. That's the ADHD, because when you're passionate about something, that's the main focus. And I do similar sort of things. It's like all I'm thinking of is that piece I'm working on, and then you're trying to fit everything else in, but it's not interesting because this is the focus. And you're like, I want to get onto this.
Totally.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
Like at the minute, I know like all I really want to do. Like I've got this photo shoot, and I'm really excited about kind of stepping back into photography again.
Cool.
And it's all I want to do. Like all I want to do is do the shoot, but it's like waiting for the right time and having like the space and I know like, it's not till April, and actually I need to make stuff to make money for markets. But and you know, like all you really want to do is do the thing that's actually really interesting for you.
So do you what sort of camera do you use for your photography? Or
I'll be honest, it used to be like I like medium. I used to use an old medium format, like a really basic old kind of 50s one, like. Because I like the fact that you didn't really know what you were going to get. I wasn't.
So you could double expose them.
And do all sorts of cool, fun stuff with it, and cool. And I love that kind of idea, like getting 10 kind of frames back, and like maybe one is amazing, and you just you've got what you were after.
Incredible. So what's the most unexpected inspiration you've had when you've been creating?
I guess I go back to it a lot. It tends to be rubbish. Like, I'm really like, when I was younger, like, before I started working in recycling centres, like years ago, I think I just moved, like, I was probably about 20 something.
Right.
And my dad had taken me to the local dump, and outside was almost like, it was all the old garden ornaments that people had just kind of not wanted anymore, but they hadn't taken them into the centre to get thrown. But they'd created this little area outside for themselves, like a skeleton hanging up and like a little gnome, Bambi, something else. And over time, it kind of grew, and like, you know, like nature would become part of it. Grass had grown into some of it. and then people had added stuff to it.
Okay.
So it became almost like a natural living art piece. It was kind of growing, but I'd go and I started taking photos of it just to see it change.
Cool idea. Yeah.
And I think for me, that's what I kind of get. Like you can find it anywhere in anything, like and rubbish and things that people throw away, and all the things that people don't really notice, I think can often be like the most inspiring stuff.
But then you're bringing a new lease of life to them because of your making people.
Yeah, you kind of relook at it.
eventually.
Yeah, or
That's
see
amazing.
it differently, I guess.
So what would be your dream project? I know that your exhibition that you're creating at the minute.
Yeah.
Is this your dream project at the moment?
I guess it is, yeah, in a way. That, and I've started writing a book as well about it. So
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Is that going to marry up in time for the event as well?
I would love it. I don't think I'm going to have it finished in time, but I would love it. It will definitely, hopefully, be out next year if I can. Well, obviously out if someone will publish it for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's cool.
it's. I've always loved, I think before I got into kind of photography and kind of art and stuff, writing in kind of books was I love it, that kind of creating a world, and yeah, I want to kind of each chapter. The first chapter is going to be about my grandmother and her experience, but also kind of the treatment of women's mental health between 1910 and 1950. Then the second era is going to be about my mother's kind of period of time, and the mental health treatment and kind of how society looked at it between 1950 and 82. And then kind of the third section will be me, kind of F&D, the changes in kind of mental health and understanding and different kind of conditions. And so the two of them together is my kind of dream at the minute.
But then that book will help other people to understand about the conditions as well, who may not have known what they've been suffering with, or have known, but it's nice to hear from other people's point of view, because then it kind of makes them feel a bit like I'm not alone in the world anymore. There is other people who do it, and they're managing perfectly well, and they'll be able, creative people. So I think that'd be a great idea to release a book on it.
Oh,
definitely.
Thank you. I think to hopefully have people be able to kind of have those conversations as well. If anyone has seen my mum's that kind of relief when you kind of start to understand yourself. So I'm gonna have that.
Yeah.
I think if you've ever been diagnosed with ADHD, I think we said it there's a real kind of okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah, definitely.
And
yeah. Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah. And I think if you've kind of gone through your life and to be able to kind of have conversations with your mum or your grandmother or whatever, and just have people feel a bit better about themselves and get
Definitely.
it.
So I know you kind of want to get back into your photography a little. Is there any other new sort of skill you wanted to go into in creating something? What's that?
Oh no! Sorry, I was just adding. Sorry, I jumped in too quick.
No. But is there a new? Is there a new type of thing that you think would go well with your dolls or your photography? If there's anything that you kind of think, that might be a good thing to know or learn, or.
Do you know what? I always, because I did a lot of film during my degree as well. It was kind of photography, styling, and film. So I loved kind of moving image. So I would like to kind of incorporate that into it as well somehow. I want to
like the those they've got that. I don't know what they're called. Is it vector or? There's those ones that you spin it round and you got the moving images.
Oh, I like the old school things that you used to get in you get it in the toy museum. The different pictures.
The one in Hove. They've got one there. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I can't remember what it's called.
But they've got the movement. It's like a couple dancing. Or something like that,
it's really beautiful.
Round.
A man on a horse, going
that's
up and down. Yes, totally.
Somebody message at the end of this and put
what
it is, because I don't know. I can't remember, but I think it begins with a V or something. Or maybe I'm not. But that's
yes.
But
but also I'd love to try painting. To me, it just looks like such a beautiful kind of way of expressing yourself. Just
what would you want to have a go at? Watercolors, acrylic, gouache, oil?
Oh, see that I think watercolors to me looks a bit. I don't know if I'd be able to control it. I feel
it's unforgiving as well. Watercolors, because once you've made it, it's like
Yeah, I'd want something. I feel like I'd have a bit more control over to start with. But then I do like mistakes, and maybe I should just be brave and go watercolours.
That's true.
And
Although there's like I never really dabbled with watercolors, but last year, I think maybe a year before last, I went to Art K
Yeah.
and did a few sessions in the studio there, and the first few weeks was just having a go at watercolor and learning all the techniques that go with it, like what adding all like different types of chemicals, like
to get different effects.
to get and you get like salt, and then it kind of that kind of speckledy effect, or there's I can't remember, was it Castle Brown, I think it's called, where it's like you can do like this, you put cling film on it and then you squirt this stuff through it, and it can make like trees and stuff on top of it.
Amazing.
It's really there's all these, and or you water spray and kind of like get this kind of cloudy effect. But I just because I wanted to try out something new,
try different.
But I mean that's a good place. You can just do drop-in sessions.
Oh,
and stuff. It's only in Hove in like Portland Road. Yeah.
I'm getting braver because I used to be really scared of doing stuff like that and thinking, oh, like I can't go because I'll be rubbish and someone will just laugh at me. But I went to my first doodle club the other week. A friend of mine.
How was that?
It was really like the lady. She's a friend as well, but she's she calls them doodles. I mean, they're beautiful pieces of like artwork.
So where was that? Was that in like a pub or
Soho Poly? It was part of the. I think it's part of the university up there.
Oh really?
Really
nice.
Down in Soho, really cool place, and like you'd section off the piece of paper and put a bit of colour down, and then literally kind of create these little kind of whatever you found like. But I'll have to show you. They're like almost like old folk. They feel like folk story.
Oh, I love folklore as well. No, don't
worry.
worry.
Because I've just seen
message it.
They're beautiful. Yeah, really good.
Oh, amazing. How cool.
Yeah, so I'd like to, and also like my sewing, I'd really like to improve that and learn to sew and make some really cool like dark, amazing pieces. So the want list is quite big.
Okay, yeah, but that's good because it keeps you creating, and because I've found, I don't know if you find the same. It's like you keep creating what you're familiar with, and then you're like, I don't want to get bored of it, but I want to have another avenue because I might be limiting myself with this audience who like that stuff. So then trying something different kind of makes you kind of fall in love with art even more. Yeah. But then you're creating a newer audience who might like that style, like whether it's illustration or painting or like a sculpture or something. It could be anything, or photography or anything. But I think it kind of
I think it's exciting. Like I don't think I'd ever get bored. I think there's so many amazing things I'd love to try and learn and figure out how to, and like musically, like I'm trying to learn the ukulele, and I've been trying to learn it for about 10 years.
Oh, how are you getting on with that?
Oh, terribly. I'm trying to find someone to teach me. So like we'll get there eventually. I tried learning the guitar at 14.
Oh wow.
But I made the mistake of going to someone that's like, he was proper into Stevie Vai, so every time I was just like, I just want to play dog parts.
Straight in the deep end then.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm listening to things that have like 2 chords. Like, I don't need this. There's so many things I'd love to kind of learn.
No, that's cool though. It's worth like trying something new like that, because that's opening up another avenue, because the music, you say, has always been connected to your art. So why not learn an instrument? Because actually, create a new avenue for you.
I think it's very like, I'm such a David Lynch fan, and I love his way of kind of, he made amazing music, like he made amazing films, but he painted, like he wouldn't have called himself just a director or like he was just about,
there's no end to his talent.
And like kind of just living life in a way that kind of means you can experiment and do different things.
I remember there was I went and did martial art training in Hove at King Alfred. This was years ago, and it's a similar sort of story to like the David Lynch, just like learning everything. And then my instructor, he was Wuji Show, he was called, and he said, cool name. I mean, he just sounds cool. Yeah, you're a dude then. But he was really clever, because like he said when he was learning, he was training to be a martial artist, and he was like, his instructor said to him, I want you to learn 3 things. So he said you can either learn chess,
Yeah.
guitar, or painting. Master that craft, and that will help you with your martial art, your ability. He learnt all three.
Love that.
And I was like, that's really cool.
That's very cool.
Why stop at one?
Yeah.
Why not carry on? And it's the same with David Lynch. Like, why?
Yeah.
Okay, he's an incredible director, incredible artist, incredible musician.
Yeah.
But what if he did just one? He wouldn't have all the other stuff he's done. So
Totally.
I think it's better for everybody to have that creative output in loads of avenues.
Really exciting.
Ways. But yeah, that's why I think with like the connection with David Lynch is why I think it's in all of us artists to keep ourselves pushing ourselves. We want to learn something more creative.
Totally.
But yeah, that's cool. So what's your favourite medium to use? What do you prefer to use?
As in like the doll photography, like
out of everything.
Do you know what? I guess it's been very much like it's like, it goes back to like ADHD thing a bit, isn't it? Like tunnel vision. Like I get very much like the past couple of the photography kind of fell off the wayside because I think it was like winter. I wasn't getting outside, and I just didn't expensive because digital had exploded, and I like film, and so dolls was a really good option because I could do it all the time wherever. But I think deep down my love is like, because even like, I mean, you guys will know I'm always taking pictures, like even if like I'm such a nightmare of people.
Even at that last show we all went to, the Fishing Quarter Gallery,
the Franken, which was incredible.
And you were like, and you were like, do you remember they had that typewriter? Yeah. Like, I'm getting on that typewriter.
That's it. That typewriter was amazing. I love that. Anything like that, I'm straight on there. But it's like when we went to Harry Potter World.
Oh, you've been to that?
Oh yes, a few times. But they have doors. So like, have you been?
No. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, Lord of the Rings is cool still, but you get to have a wand and like, the whole.
Oh really?
Oh man, like so they
Maybe
have doors.
I should try it. I've never read a book either of Harry Potter or anything, or watched any of the films.
Oh my god!
No.
Well, I didn't until I was a very late Harry Potter because I didn't really. I watched the first couple and I was a bit like.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's why I tried with the first one. I was like,
yeah, it felt really wooden and like I don't understand.
Yeah, it felt to me like it was like a kind of kiddie drama, like a BBC production. I was like, I'm not feeling it.
You kind of have to force your way for the first couple. Do you know what it was? I think a friend of mine had watched, a really unexpected friend had watched them all, and I was like, you like all of these? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, okay. And then one Christmas, one of the later ones would come on, and it was Helena Bonham Carter.
She's cool anyway.
Oh, she's cool anyway, and she plays a really dark. And I was like, oh, it's quite dark.
Okay.
So then we were like, okay, let's give it a go. We'll start again. So we started and watched them all. And yeah, once you get to about 3 or 4, because there's some really, especially if you've got that old kid as well, they're the basic stories of acceptance and being who you are, whoever you want to be, and they're the underlying themes amongst it are really lovely. If you take out all the wizard kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the films are great visually, and the books are just I just thought they were really beautiful. I became really obsessed. But if you go to Harry Potter, if you get her into it, then you go to Harry Potter World. Then you get to push the doors open when you go. If you go on your birthday, like you are amongst all the kids as the only grown adult pushing the door open.
But I was like that. I went with friends years ago to London. They had the Doctor Who exhibition. Now I was like obsessed with Doctor Who, and you got to see.
Yeah.
And there was a bit where you had to go in, and you're being chased by Daleks down a corridor, and then you get onto the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And they were like. And then there was only like 4 bits where you could get on the control panel, and I was like, all the kids were there, and I was like,
yeah,
let me get on the freaking control panel, dude. And I was like, I'm the Doctor here.
It's like that little girl that's on the typewriter at the shop. I'm like, come on, man, you've been on it all night.
This isn't a fucking game.
Yeah. Other people want to have a go.
We are serious.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, so you get to dress up like with a cape, and you get to go on a train.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So it's really immersive.
Hardcore, yeah, totally. If you're into that kind of thing.
Okay.
I can't remember how we got to this.
But that's good. What? Because it's like nearly 40 minutes. So
Okay.
I'll ask you like one more question.
Okay.
And it's always going to be the same question I ask everyone else.
Yeah.
So for I would like to pay it forward for other artists. So
Yeah.
if there's like any sort of sound advice or any sort of
Yeah.
words of wisdom you could pass on to anybody who's probably struggling as an artist
Yeah,
or
yeah.
wants to break into the art world and doesn't
Yeah.
know how to do
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
but wants to
How-
what would your advice be to somebody who is down on the luck
Yeah,
or
yeah.
thinking about how to get into it?
I think like it sounds really like it sounds so cheesy, but I generally think be yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to be something you're passionate about and something you're excited like and generally into. And even if you think no one else is going to be into it, like when I started chopping up dolls, there was no chance in hell I thought I would ever have people want to buy them, see them, exhibit them.
Yeah.
And the people I've met from doing it and the like-minded cool people I've met from like I mean going out like maybe doing market, like going to places where you meet like-minded people. Like I think for me often the times I felt at my lowest or I didn't feel like I fit or I didn't think my work was good enough or I was putting myself in the wrong place with the wrong people.
Right.
And I think if you are around good people that kind of in a good place, you know, like we were saying about Brighton, like
all like-minded people.
Yeah.
It's a creative city, and
it
you're
really-
gonna bump into people you're gonna connect with, aren't you?
Totally, and but will inspire you or kind of make you realize that you've got something good and that you should be proud of what you're doing, or and don't always listen to, like, you know, I've had lots of people kind of give me looks and go, "Are you sure?" Like, or like, "Really?"
Yeah.
Or like, "Oh, you do that, do you?" And it's really easy to kind of allow those to kind of chip away and make you go, "Oh no, I'm not. I shouldn't be doing this." And
Yeah, it's to ignore that negativity, because
Right.
it's all like you don't remember. I mean, I don't remember all of the positive stuff.
yeah.
It's that one bad review you get and you're like,
Yeah, I'm one of those that I remember every negative thing from like when I'm 44 now, from when I was 5. Like I remember being in a little leotard and someone kind of making a comment or like
Oh.
someone saying something, or like I'm that awful person. I think for a long time I would not put myself in things because I was scared that people wouldn't get it or wouldn't get me or it'd make me feel silly. But now I'm like, what if I do feel silly?
fuck it.
Who's gonna
Yeah.
lose? Like I'm the only one missing out. Like if I'm not putting myself out there and doing it. So screw everyone else and put yourself out there and be yourself, and you will find your people and the people that get you. And yeah.
I think that's amazing sound advice. That's
Oh.
really, really cool.
Thank you.
But thank you, Sarah, for coming on the show.
Thank
You've
you
been
for
such an
having me.
amazing
Oh,
guest.
bless you.
Thank
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, man. I really
Amazing.
enjoyed it.
So that's the end of season 1, and then I'll start season 2 again at some point. But thank you very much for listening, and go back and listen to all the other episodes of all the other artists that spoke to in Brighton. But thank you for tuning in.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, Sarah.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yay.
Boom.